A fire ripped through a church in Toronto Sunday morning, leaving it severely damaged. St. Anne's Anglican Church is a National Historic Site. The building was home to religious works of art that cannot be replaced.
Crews were dispatched this morning at about 8 o'clock this morning to the St. Anne's Anglican Church. When they arrived, they were met by heavy smoke and fire at the rear of the building. They made entry through the front, and about 10 minutes into the fire, the roof started to collapse, so an urgent was called and they had to withdraw from the building, and we went defensive at that point.
I stepped out to our main west-facing window and saw the whole entire church starting to burn, where I started recording pictures and videos, and it's quite shocking because, I mean, we visited this church. It's a beautiful historical church painted by the Group of Seven, and so it's quite heartbreaking to see the whole church burn down.
St. Anne's is a historic church, or was a historic church. It was most famous for murals by 3 members of the Group of Seven. They were the only religious murals that they had. The church was built in 1906, and the murals were done in 1923. The congregation at this time, as you can rightly imagine, is devastated by this loss. So we won't really know for a couple days. There are some artifacts in there that we have. I'll be providing a list about that. But yeah, at this time, it does look like it's a total, complete loss, unfortunately, for us. Most of all, I think the great loss for us is that this was a Byzantine-style church, the only Anglican Byzantine-style church, and also the Group of Seven murals. They were a masterpiece and beautiful, and a great loss not only to the church, but also to Canadian culture as well.
Okay, so this prophecy is for Canada and the rest of the world. So for Canada, the Most High said Canada is going to have a massive flood and massive wildfire and an earthquake. So massive flood, massive fire, and an earthquake for Canada.